Okay, so in this video, I'm actually going to go through the questions for prep test 56 being 2. Okay, so I did the rules already in another video. So if you need help interpreting the rules, then you can go ahead and look at that. Getting into the questions, the first question looks like our typical first question where we have to figure out which is an acceptable solution. So I would just go through the rules. So what's probably the easiest one to apply? I think this is the easiest one to apply, so just making sure that Grace and Josh aren't together. So B is out based on rule 3. Anything else I can eliminate based on that? No. Okay. If J moves the table, M has to move the recliner. So I'm looking for J with the table. J table, M should move the recliner. So C is out. Looking again, okay, J doesn't move the table in any of the other ones. So this rule that they're going to be testing us on here. So if G moves the sofa, G doesn't move the sofa in A. Okay, so that means that Heather shouldn't move the recliner, which is good. That one passes that test. So A is probably the correct answer. D, Heather moves the recliner, so Grace should help move the sofa. That doesn't happen, so D is out. For E, because Grace helps move the sofa, Heather should help move the recliner, but that's not the case. So E breaks that rule as well. So D and E both break rule 1. A is the correct answer. So we've got the recliner moved by Grace and Maria. We've got the sofa moved by Heather and Josh, and we've got the table moved by Grace and Heather. Okay. Great. So just, double checking here. Grace doesn't move the sofa. Heather doesn't move the recliner. Okay, neither of these things are true. That's fine. Josh doesn't move the table, so we're not worried about rule 2. And G and J are not together. So that one goes in our bank of acceptable solutions. All right, moving on. Question 8. Okay, so if Josh and Maria help each other move the recliner, all right, Josh and Maria help move the, okay, so Heather doesn't move the recliner, so Grace doesn't move the sofa. Maria moving the recliner doesn't tell me anything there. G and J can't be together. Oh, sorry, it's Josh and Maria. I made a mistake there. Okay, so Josh and Maria. We still do know, though, that Heather doesn't move the recliner, so Grace doesn't move the sofa, but what's going to be helpful about that is we know then that Grace moves the table because Grace has to help move at least one of the pieces of furniture. This here can't be J. G can't move the sofa. I mean, could be H. Oh, so G can't, that doesn't mean anything. Nope. Yeah. Which of the following must be true? Grace helps move the table. D is the correct answer. All right. Yeah, gotta read carefully. G and J apparently getting those mixed up right now. All right. Question 9. If Heather helps move each of the pieces of furniture, right, so Heather is taking over. Okay. Heather helps move the recliner, which means Grace helps move the sofa. If J moves the table, oh boy, that's getting to be a habit. All right, if J helps move the table, that means M moves the recliner, but we could just as easily switch them, and it wouldn't cause any problems. So it wouldn't break any rules. So either of those scenarios would be fine. What could be true? Could Grace help move the recliner? No. Could M help move the recliner? Yes. J, sofa. M, sofa. No. G, table. No. So B is the correct answer, and we even did process of elimination to double check. Question 10. Which one of the following could be a pair of people who help each other move both the recliner and the table? Okay, both the recliner and the table. So let's look at our answer choices here. A, definitely not, right? Because Grace and Josh can't ever be together. Could we have G and M and G and M? So it would be GM, GM, and then we'd have J and H here. So G doesn't help move the sofa. Sorry, Heather doesn't help move the recliner. That's totally fine. If JT, well, it's not, so we don't care about that. And G and J are never together, so B looks good. What's wrong with C? Heather and Josh, Heather and Josh. If Josh helps move the table, then Maria should help move the recliner. So that's why C is out. D, Heather and Maria do both of these. So the reason that that's going to be a problem is because then G and J are left over to move the sofa and they can't be together, right? So if I have HM, HM, the players that are left over are G and J, but they can't be together. So that's not allowed. E, Josh and Maria, Josh and Maria. Okay, so JT, MR. Then we're going to have G. Ooh, if G moves the sofa, Heather's supposed to help move the recliner. So that would be a problem. So that's why E is out. You don't have to do that, right? As soon as you've discovered that B is acceptable, you can just choose it and move on. But I thought I'd be thorough and go through the other answer choices as well. Question 11. If Josh and Maria help each other move the sofa, so R, S, T, J, and M move the sofa. So G doesn't move the sofa, which means H doesn't move the recliner, which means H helps move the table. Okay, what could be true? H and J help each other move the recliner. No, right? H doesn't move the recliner. H and Maria help move the recliner. No. So A and B are both out. Grace and Josh can't be together. C is out. Grace and Maria help each other move the table. No, H has to help move the table. So E is the only one left over. H and M move the table. That's totally fine. We would then have G moving the recliner with not J, not H, so M. M would be helping out with all of them in this scenario. You don't have to complete the scenario to get to the answer, but there you go. All right, so hopefully that helps for this game. If you have any further questions, please let me know.